Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be updating you guys on my perfume tray. So this is going to be my second update. I already filmed the first update for the first perfumes that I wore throughout the middle of the month. And then now I'm going to update you guys on the fragrances that I wore towards the end of the month, which are the ones that were missing from the first update. And I'm gonna let you guys know how I'm loving these fragrances and just updating you guys on them. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I have 11 fragrances to update you guys on. Let's start off first with these two, which I have already included in vanilla fragrances video, and these are my Dior Poison Girl fragrances. I didn't really wear my EDP. I tried wearing it once and I feel like it's still not like the weather I would like it to be, and I'm very big on weather. I know there's some people who just wear fragrances whenever they feel like it. They don't really pay attention to what weather it is, but I am just huge on that. If it is too hot for a fragrance, it will suffocate me and I cannot deal with it. So that kind of is what happened with this one. It has gotten so thick. It's yummy. It's super duper yummy and I'm so excited to wear it. But I feel like this is going to be more for like December time frame, like real cold, and I just want to smell fluffy, yummy. It smells so good. It's super yummy, gourmand. To me, it's gourmand. It literally smells like something I want to eat. Like if there's a dessert that smells like this, or like a drink that smells like this, I pick up so much of the almond in here. That is pretty much the main thing that I get with Dior Poison Girl EDP. So there is a little bit of bitter orange in there. Then I pick up just a lot of vanilla and a lot of almond in this one. There's tonka bean, there's cashmere and sandalwood, heliotrope, orange blossom, which I do pick up orange blossom as well. And it's just a very beautiful, feminine, yummy gourmand, but still has sexiness to it because it's just so deep and rich. So this one is perfect for wintertime for me, in my opinion. Now I did wear the EDT version, which when they dry down, they have pretty much the same scent. It's just in terms of thickness, how deep and thick this one is. This one definitely feels a little bit lighter, and I mean you can tell just by looking at them. This one is a little bit more forgiving. This one's definitely easier to wear in warmer weather. You can get away with this one in more seasons during the year as opposed to the EDP version. And I do pick up way more of like the creamsicle vibe in this one. There's no almond in this one. It's definitely not as nutty. It's not as heavy or deep. It's a little bit more youthful in my opinion. It has a little bit more of like a flirtiness to it and like a fun girly side to it. The citruses are a little bit more lighthearted to me. I would definitely wear this one more in the evening time to go out a little bit. It's just more deep and intense. I would wear this on date night for sure because it's just very like, it's just that type of scent. It just makes you smell like a snack. Now this one is just easier to wear. It's a little lighter. It's a little more, it's like flirty, fun. You can wear it to be a little bit more casual with it, cozy at home. But those citruses really come through and they really just give it a little bit more lighthearted vibes to it. A little bit just more easygoing and bright is the word that I'm looking for. So these two I used, this one I only used once, this one I used a few more times. These are fragrances that I would love to have in my collection pretty much forever. They're oldies, but they're must-haves. They're so good and yummy, and I definitely recommend them to any gourmand lovers. So this next fragrance, oh my god, you guys, I need to update you guys on this one. I did mention it in my favorites. I don't know which video I'm going to upload first, but this is Ariana Grande's Cloud Pink. You guys see that little dent going on? I have really been enjoying. I mean, it looks so little on on camera. It looks like it's not even a dent. It's a dent. It's a dent. I love this. So I feel like when this fragrance was released, this was like so controversial. My nose picks up on cotton candy, sugary, very gourmand, yet juicy and fruity at the same time. I will say this, the first time I ever sprayed this fragrance, I smelled straight up cloud. That only the first spray ever. Then the more I started to spray it out, the more I started to wear it, the more it's been sitting in my collection, it literally blossomed into a beautiful flanker. A flanker is meant to have similarities with the original perfume. So a flanker is a fragrance that is going to have that main DNA, and it's just going to have a few things different about it. So you would have to pretty much expect that going into buying a flanker. I definitely pick up fruity, definitely something that smells like cotton candy for sure, because it's a very sugary, sweet fruit. And there's also like a sweetness. I'm guessing it's the praline that is starting to come through a little bit more, and it's making it smell a little bit more gourmand and a little thicker. It's gorgeous. If you feel like Cloud didn't give you enough, like Cloud, I know to some people felt like Cloud was just lacking. Like some people said it smelled kind of like medicinal or like a hospital or just boring. I feel like this one has more to it. It has juiciness, flirtiness. It's fun. It's sugary. It's sweet, youthful, and I love it. And I have been using it so much, and it's actually been lasting much longer now that it has been sitting in my collection. When I first got it, longevity was trash. I had to spray a lot of times to be able to smell it, but lately it stays on my clothes for a really long time, pretty much all day. On my skin, it's still not super long lasting, but on my clothes, like if I get my clothes when I'm wearing it, I'm going to smell it all day. And I do pair this with Choco 68, and that adds to the longevity. They're very similar, so it's nice to have the body care of Choco 68. With this, you will smell so good. Layering the body cream and the body mist and then going in with this, I have been loving that combo so much. So that is Cloud Pink, staying in my collection. I love it, and I've been loving it for those fall days that it's not too cold and it's kind of like warm in the evening, so I don't want something that's too thick. That has been perfect. Next up, we have Givenchy Hot Couture. This is just smoky, sexy raspberry. I've always just described this as like a bold, sexy woman with like a leather jacket, a high ponytail, winged liner, red lips. Very daring and bold and sexy. That's my update on this one. Performance is beautiful. I've talked about this so many times on my channel. The longevity is great. The performance is great. It's a very polarizing scent, so it's one that you definitely have to, even though this is just getting so hard to find, and a lot of you guys have asked me to try the EDP version because that one's easier to find, so I might pick up the EDP version so that I can compare them for you guys, but I've only ever owned the EDT. And this to me is one of my most unique fragrances. So there is no other fragrance that I have smelled, that I've decluttered, that I've bought that smell like this, that I've tried. So I'm pretty sure maybe there's something out there that smells like this, but to me this is super duper unique. Very sexy, very date night appropriate, very like you just want to feel very pretty and sultry and smoky and daring. I would go with Hot Couture. So good. Next up, we have Elie Saab Girl of Now, another one that I've talked about on my channel so much. I did wear this one a few times this month, and I'm so happy that it's working beautifully in this weather. It's just almond, pistachio, orange blossom is what I pick up the most in this fragrance, along with that patchouli, which is blended really nicely in there to add, it adds like a sexiness to it, and it also adds longevity. So it does wear really long on me, very long lasting, it projects, it leaves a beautiful trail, and it lasts so long. So Elie Saab Girl of Now is on my top fragrances for life, and it's one that I just love. Killian Princess. I have been loving this one so much, but there is one thing that just bothers me with this one, and it's the performance of it. I feel like it could be so much better. I feel like I put this on and like 2 hours later, I don't really smell it that much anymore. I feel like it used to last, I think it performs better in warm weather, because when I used to live in Puerto Rico and I would wear this one, I remember it used to perform so much better than it has here. I feel like here it just disappears. But this is a marshmallow, green tea, vanilla, fluffy scent. Really nice, really feminine, girly, really relaxing. Like it's very just cozy feeling, very zen. That green tea in here, the use of that is just perfection. If you want something that's a little different, if you love marshmallow, if you love like that fluffy texture in a perfume, this is a perfect one to check out. But I just don't know how I'm feeling about the performance with it lately. It's just a little disappointing to me lately. So I did wear it a few times. I need to, it's not one that I'm going to get rid of because I really love the scent of it. So I don't mind having to reapply more often. But if you are someone who loves something that's like super long lasting, super beast mode, I don't think this is the one. But if you don't mind reapplying your fragrance, this is definitely such a beautiful marshmallow, vanilla, fluffy, girly, flirty scent. It's a little powdery as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Next up, we have Al Rahab Choco Musk. So I have been wearing this one as well. Little baby dent update for you guys, and it has been getting thicker. I actually wore this one to bed last night. So this one, I don't know. I don't want to tell you guys that I'm back and forth on it. But last night, oh, one thing for sure, this one makes me want to sneeze just like Vanilla 28 from Elie. Every single time I spray it, it tickles the crap out of my nose. So like hardcore. But it's getting way more chocolatey, that's for sure. I don't know what happened last night that on my skin, it was kind of, it smelled a little weird last night. I don't know if maybe it was just me because TMI, but I'm about to be on that time of the month and that literally changes my sense of smell. Happens every single month. Like 2 or 3 days before, I try not to judge fragrances too much because my sense of smell is just totally different. So last night, I don't know, I really loved it when I first put it on. I was loving it. I layered it with Cozy Vanilla Bourbon from Bath and Body Works. Maybe that's where it went wrong. Maybe they're just not good together. But definitely it does get thicker. It does get more chocolatey. So when I first got it, it was a little bit more like airy and I couldn't really get the chocolate as much. Like I could tell it was a chocolate scent, but I thought it wasn't going to be a good performer. And as you can see, we have a dent in here, small one, and I have been really enjoying it. If you want a gourmand chocolate, especially if you want to layer it with other scents, this is perfect because what I pick up the most in here is a chocolate vibe, like a powdered chocolate scent. Super gourmand, super nice, and perfect for this time of the year. It literally smells like a hot cocoa, like a cup of hot cocoa with like marshmallows or something. I wonder what these two layered would smell like. They'll probably smell really, really nice. But that is Choco Musk. So for the price, I feel like definitely give it a try. I mean, I think it's like $10, and if you're a chocolate lover, it's like a must-have in your collection. Really, really nice chocolate scent, super gourmand, powdery, fluffy chocolate, and it's definitely getting thicker and the performance is getting better with time. So I'm thinking the longer this sits, the better it's going to be for me. Next up, we have Philosophy Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. Wore this a lot to my dental appointments and places where I was going to be very close to people and I didn't want to be like too aggressive with my fragrance. This is a woody vanilla. If you love warm vanilla sugar from Bath and Body Works, this is the one for you. Those layered together so beautifully. They remind me a lot of each other. Very warm. This one has like a woody touch to it, sugary, like a brown sugar vanilla type of scent. So it is gourmands, but then at the same time, not really. It's not something that makes me think like, oh, I want to eat this. It does have a yummy side to it, but then that woody touch is in there as well. So it makes it really, really nice to feel like sexy. It adds like a sexiness to it, even though this is a super cozy. I like to wear this like when I'm watching movies and all that, but if someone's gonna be all up in your neck, like it's going to do its job because it just has like that really yummy scent, but the woodiness in it makes it smell just like it has a little bit more depth to it, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, this one's a great one. Love it so much. And I definitely recommend this, especially if you are a vanilla lover or if you love like woody touches in your fragrances. This is a great one. This one is very similar to Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere, but there is, I believe it's a suede note in here. There's neroli and caramel in here. I love this. I always recommend it. And this is Mac Creme de Nude. And it does not get talked about as much as it should. And I'm going to link this in the description box if you're interested because it's still being sold. I believe at Macy's is where I found it. I think the MAC Cosmetics website should have it, but they kind of go like back and forth on it. so good. The suede gives it depth and like this rough kind of texture to it, and then the caramel gives it sweetness. It does have that vanilla in there as well. If you've been subscribed to my channel since I started YouTube, these are like ones that I have always just talked about. I love them. They're so good. Just simple vanilla, warm, perfect for fall time. It just makes you smell very warm and inviting and cuddly, perfect for movie nights, that type of vibe. Now, this one is Kayali's latest release. This is Oudgasm Vanilla Oud. I do have the small baby bottle because I didn't know how I was gonna feel about this one, so I went the safe route and started off with the small one. Now, this fragrance, you guys, this is wow. She did her thing with this. I have not tried the other one, so I'm not sure how the rest of the collection smells, but oh, in the air. This is so, I'm gonna end up with a full-size bottle of this. I keep telling myself to relax because sometimes I buy a travel size and then just because it smells good, I rush and get the full-size bottle. But I want to like use this up and then it's like, okay, you're ready for a full size. But then I also want to get a full size so that I can let it sit because I feel like this with time is probably gonna get even better. So right now, I get the vanilla, I get the oud, definitely a powdery fragrance, and it smells luxurious yet easygoing at the same time, like very almost like comforting, but yet it has so much like sex appeal to it at the same time because it smells like a woman that's just like she's just dressed to impress. Beautiful makeup. She has like a beautiful outfit. Her hair is done perfectly. She's just like glowing, like shimmering, and this is how she smells. There's a powderiness to it. The oud is perfect, and the vanilla in here, ever since I've sprayed this fragrance, I have like just gotten this super sugary note in here, and I believe it's vanilla sugar or something like that in the notes. It's so sugary, so it helps to make those notes that are like stronger and just more woody to just smell sweet and soft and rounded and smooth. And I actually really like the way that this smells like in the air. Like I'm pretty sure if you wear this and you walk past someone, it's so intoxicating. When I smell it super close up, I still love it. I just prefer how it smells like when it's really mixed into your skin, settled down. It just smells so sexy and powdery and beautiful. So this is definitely like a bold without being sharp or annoying type of scent. So you're going to make a statement. It's bold, it's sexy, but it's not like obnoxious because there's some fragrances that, yeah, they're sexy, but they're just too much. They're too sharp. They're too screechy. I don't think that Vanilla Oud is that. It's just the perfect amount of boldness, the perfect amount of sexiness, and the perfect amount of softness to it. So this is beautiful. Vanilla Oud is really nice. Longevity wise, I would say it's not horrible, but it's not the longest lasting. But I have just realized that many fragrances just need time to sit. So I don't like to judge them like the way that I used to judge them before. I've noticed that new releases just need a little bit more time to sit and they start doing much better when it comes to longevity. It does last on the skin. I won't say that it's like an exaggerative amount of time, but it lasts enough for me. I would say 4 to 5 hours I could still smell it, but it does dry down a little closer to you. I don't think that it's like a super beast mode type of scent, but it's gorgeous. And last but not least, this was not mentioned in my perfume tray, but I took it out and started wearing it because I was trying to decide if I wanted to get a full-size bottle of this during the Sephora sale, and I didn't get it because although I am in love with the scent of this is one that no matter how long I let it sit, it's not getting that much better. And this is Versace's Dylan Purple. So I did get this a while back. I'm not sure if you guys remember, for those of you who watch my channel for a while, but I got this before I even got here, like before leaving Puerto Rico. So I wore it a few times. As you can see, I was testing it out. So there is a little dent in there. And I love the scent of this. It's like a pear, but it's like a juicy pear, like a shampoo, but it has like this sexiness to it. This is like a pear, but it's like a deep pear. I don't know how to describe it because it's a very unique fragrance. It doesn't last on me. This to me smells so sexy in like a easy going way. Like it's not trying too hard, but you just smell intoxicating, sexy. Like I smell it right now and I want a full size bottle of it, but I will spray it on myself and literally an hour later, I don't smell it. Like it just does not perform. And I remember when I first tried it at the store, it was ridiculous. Like it didn't even last 5 minutes. So then I tried it a few more times. I kind of struggled with it. And then finally, I went one day to Sephora and I really, really loved it. And it lasted a little bit longer. So I had hope in it. So I got this size. And if only it lasted, like, just give me like 2-3 hours. And if only it created like a scent bubble, I would so get a full size of this because it smells so good. It has a little bit of like a woody vibe, but that pear, it's not your typical pear. It's not a candied pear. It's not a super fresh pear. It's not a gourmand pear. It is like a deep pear, a juicy pear with some woodiness. It's so good. The longevity just sucks. So that's my update on this one. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't be shy and comment down below if you have any of these fragrances. Let me know what your experience is with them. If you love them, if you hate them, let us know why it doesn't work for you or why it does. Anything that you want to share with us. I want to thank you guys so much for your support, your time, you taking the time to watch this video. I'm just super duper grateful and thankful. So once in a while, I just like to say that to you guys. And with that said, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed so that we can continue to hang out, and I will see you guys in the next one.